Good evening, everyone. Interesting evening in the footballing world. Of course, we're going to get all into it, but I have German Dave fresh from Spielberg, Austria, with his very fresh ball cap Ferrari, repping the colors.
Yeah, man.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, man. I had the weekend of a lifetime.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was excited for you. It's you tired? You getting your rest?
Um, honestly, I need a couple of days rest because it was fun, but it was also exhausting. Like
Mhm.
where should I start? We arrived on Thursday evening to make it like for the free practice and all the stuff that is happening on the track. So we had to drive or to leave our Airbnb around 5 to 5:30 a.m. to get there around 7:30 on the track because that's where all the shops open, where the fan zone opens, and on Friday, I believe the first session of Formula 3 was at 8:30, something like that.
Yeah, you watched
So we
everything, didn't you? You like
I
everything.
I I watched everything, but it is nice, like, being live there. Um, if you are like, if you ever get Formula 1 tickets for the whole weekend, where you can watch, like, every session of every series, honestly, just do it because it's so nice to watch. The Porsche cars, even those, like, it's fun to watch, like, the racing you're watching. If you are there, it's honestly a whole, like, big sports fest feeling. Like, going to a football match is nothing compared to if you actually go to an F1 weekend. You are there from morning until evening at the track. There's so much stuff to do. They have I can go a bit through the schedule. For example, we arrive around 7:30 at the track. The first F3 session is 8:30, something like that. Then you have half an hour to 45-minute break. You can refresh, get drinks, do a couple of the entertainment stuff. They had bungee jumping there for free. Like
Oh,
everything
right.
that you could do at the track was for free, except the food, of course. Um, and they looked out for people because it was around 30 degrees.
Mhm.
And it was like full-blown sunshine. We barely had
It looked beautiful out.
yeah,
Like just
it
the
was,
mountains in the background,
but
the nice
it was
white cloud.
actually like sun was blasting and the UV index was on all 3 days in between 8 and 9.
Didn't we
So
have
it
this
was
discussion about F1 getting soft? I mean, back in the 70s, they didn't even use sunscreen, you know? They
yeah,
just squinted away and
yeah,
breathed in all the fumes. Now we
yeah.
talk about UV
So
index.
yeah, so I guess we were bitches, right? Because we used the free sunscreen. The Yeah. By the way, we actually got a free sunscreen,
Oh shit, well there you go.
the opportunity to refill water bottles and all of that, like the track and the promoter, which is Red Bull in that case, like actually looked out for the people, which was nice. On the first day, there was a slight possibility of rain, so they gave us like free rain ponchos and a little bit of a care package with earplugs and all of that for people that don't want it as noisy. Like it was organized beautifully, and yeah, like you can literally do. There was stuff to do from early morning until like 8 p.m. at the evening,
Well,
and
it's
yeah,
I mean, it is a full weekend, right? Like it's
yeah,
like you said, it's a sporting event. It's not just
yeah,
a match, right?
yeah.
And that
On-
is
yeah,
one thing with a footy match, right? Like, yeah, there's a bit of stuff
yeah,
before the game if you want to get involved with the ultras and whatnot. But
yeah,
I mean, for the most part, what do? You get in line for a sausage, walk into the
yeah.
stadium,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's it. And then you there, you have a couple of beers. Maybe you leave like after 20-25 minutes, get your beer refilled. You missed like 10 minutes of the game until you get to the beer stand. And we literally had like beer stands, food stands, and everything like right in between the entry of the of the cover of the of the seats basically. Like the seats like had a where we were like had their own entry basically, and like there was food, drinks, and water refill area. So many bathrooms. So like you could get like quickly from point A to B. The only thing which was a bit of a bummer because the fan zone where you had like the big stores where you can get your merch and everything, which by the way, it's crazy how overpriced it is on track.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you know the Ferrari shirts that Hamilton and Leclerc are wearing, right? Like the ones that are oversized with the thick collar they have here.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess like 120 euro.
Those are 85 euros in the Puma store if you get them officially. They are 125 on track.
125, yeah.
For example. Or the official Pirelli podium cap, which I wanted to get, but it was sold out as well. That is 50 euro if you get it in the F1 merch store or from the Fanatic store directly, and it was 75 bucks on track.
Yeah,
Like
no, that's
yeah.
that's nuts.
Like
It's not
that
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 nice of
that
a hat.
that was shitty.
Not even that nice of a hat. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You got a better hat.
Yeah, thank you. And I got this for 50, so along the same price, but I bought it off someone.
Yeah. Oh, you bought it off somebody. Okay.
Yeah, it was limited. There was no chance of getting it anywhere. Yeah, and
Ah,
it was sold out in the Ferrari store immediately when I tried to get it, like for the Monaco GP already. But yeah, man,
capitalism
like
at its finest, eh?
it was fun. And yeah, it was exhausting, man. Getting up at 4:30, 5 a.m., driving to the track for almost an hour. Oh, the parking situation, by the way, beautifully organized. Like they had so much space, parking was free, and then it was only a 15-minute walk from the parking spots they had to the track.
It's not too bad at
Like
all.
like it's organized like beautifully. And usually like in Germany we pay like 20 euros, I believe. Like if you go to football stadiums, you pay around 20 euros to park your car for the whole game
Yeah.
and get back to it. And honestly, organization was awesome. Weather was maybe a bit too hot, but awesome. The driving action was nice. Like you had either the crashes at turn 3, which I'm sure you saw as well what happened there. That's also where Max got punted off by Antonelli.
Yep.
And the other bit of action was where we were exactly sitting because there was the gravel trap where lots of cars lost their cars.
Yeah, a
For
lot.
example,
That was a good
yeah,
I was
Alonso and
paying
Pierre
attention.
Gasly.
I was paying attention specifically to that area because I knew you were sitting
Yeah,
there. And
yeah,
yeah,
that
no, it
that
did seem
that
like a
was
good
awesome.
spot.
Yeah, yeah. And Alonso and Pierre Gasly like spun right in front of us. And to see that in live, hear the cars go through the gravel trap, like you actually hear the destruction that happens to the car because you don't like notice it as much on the TV. But when the cars like drive through the gravel, like you hear the carbon fiber like breaking,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
is
Well, yeah, the
which is
sights,
great.
the sounds, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was, like, really awesome to see everything. Like, the whole racing, like, was nice to watch all the sessions, to see, new drivers, new faces, because I never actively watched F3, for example. F2, I watched it in the last couple of years when you had still the bigger names that are now in F1 in it.
Mhm.
And then I lost a bit of interest in F2. But now to see the drivers, knowing them a bit more, watching them live on track was awesome. F3, sorry, I'm still like not familiar with their names because it was so many cars. Like F3, I believe had 30 cars on track, which is hard to choose a driver to root for or whatever.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah, of course.
it was great, man. And one thing I forgot. Dude, Lance Stroll is such a prick, man. I swear he doesn't even try. You know when you have the drivers parade when they go around the track,
Yeah.
like before the race start, like at least all the other drivers were pretending to care about the fans. Like
Oh, he doesn't
they
care.
were.
That's why nobody likes
He
him.
doesn't, dude. He was sitting with his back to the fans.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, that seems right.
literally didn't even try. When they had those events on the fan zone where every team gets something between, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes to give like short interviews and all of that on stage. He literally said one sentence, "Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you."
Yeah, sure he
Like
is.
that guy is such a prick, man.
Oh
But
man.
overall, man, it was a nice experience, man. And when we have like time on other podcasts or whether or if we do another After Dark at some points, I have like lots of stories to tell. I don't want to lose all the time before this. So.
Well, you had lots of shorts as well, so if you want to catch more of that, do
Oh,
check out our shorts. So,
there's more to come. I
and
couldn't
there's
even
more.
post everything because like connection wasn't good out there, and yeah.
No, there's a few 100,000 people trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But without further ado, as much as we do love the F1, and it was a great weekend, and Ferrari had a decent, I mean, second best weekend.
Honestly, from start to finish, if you think about how qualifying went, how the race went, it may even have been the best weekend. Like in terms of both drivers
Yeah,
being
overall,
in
yeah,
form. I think
it's not
this
bad.
was their best weekend. The question is though, was it the floor update they brought or was it Mercedes underperforming because the Mercedes like for 2 or 3 years now has problems in the heat. So we
Both.
will
It's
find out
probably
in
just both.
Silverstone, I guess.
Yeah, we shall because Silverstone is wet and cool.
Oh,
Uh,
by the way, they have a heat wave as well right now. So, but let's see
do
what
they?
happens.
Yeah, but their heat waves are like 30 degrees. It's, I mean,
Yeah,
normal. It's normal. It's fine.
yeah, yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Palmeiras and Botafogo. We don't have Dash said he'll join us when he's done touching himself, looking at himself in the mirror, in PT or something. Anyways, we're gonna start this without him. He might fly in here. But yeah, the I guess the two South Americans, if you will, going on. It was Francois Letexier, that old man, that
Yeah,
referee,
that referee.
that guy. How did that guy do? The whole thing 1-0, red card, but Palmeiras, well, in the 116th minute, I guess. I mean,
Yep.
At that point.
Yeah. So you honestly have to carry me a bit through it because yeah, I was somewhere else. So I didn't even watch highlights for a lot of, or honestly for almost all these games. So you have to carry me a bit through it.
Oh,
But
jeez. I gotta
yeah,
carry you. I just got back home myself, and I was okay. So, I mean, we'll fly through the ones that we didn't watch. I mean, this is just a quick recap, anyways, right? We're not here to like break
yep,
down every single game,
yep.
just the interesting points. So Palmeiras goes through. This one was actually interesting. I tried to sit down and watch the end of this one. Tried
Ooh,
to, and
okay,
then it
okay,
got well. So it was 1-0 Chelsea. As you
exactly.
can see, like they
Yeah,
score in the 64th minute, right? So
yeah,
2/3 of the game gone. Chelsea finally breaks through. Like Benfica is error balling it. Of course, why wouldn't they? It's what they do, especially against a stronger team like this. And they finally break through, but then the skies opened up in like the 85th minute, and
yeah.
they postponed the game. I don't even know how long they postponed it. I
Two
stopped
two
waiting. I
hours.
had to make dinner.
Two
2 hours.
2 hour break.
Yeah, so I missed the end of it, and I checked
Just
the
to
score, and
restart the
it's
game.
4-1.
Yeah. The story is even crazier, honestly. They the referee whistled the game off after 85 minutes. They had a 2 hour break to restart the game for 5 minutes. Like that was the plan at first. Restarted the game for 5 minutes. Benfica gets a penalty because Malo Gusto was like his hand was up here in the box. God knows why, but yeah, that's what it is, right? And of course, Di Maria scores that. And Chelsea fans, sorry, not even Chelsea fans. Like it was a lot of like overall football fans were angry because of that. Because like of the shit show it was, because like people and the stadiums had nowhere to go, like, and it caused like panics and all of that.
Of course,
People
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 freaking
didn't
out.
know whether the game was start or not, so they stayed there, and the it wasn't Carolina, right? Like
Yeah,
in the stadium where the Carolina Panthers play, I believe.
Bank of
Um,
America Stadium.
Bank of America Stadium, exactly. And there wasn't like enough space for all those people, like leaving their seats and standing like inside of this, instead of the building, basically. So there was panics and all of that, like for a 2-hour break, and then people returned to their seats. Like a lot of them left already the stadium.
Yeah.
It was an overall like the absolute shit show. And then yeah, Chelsea took care of things again.
Yeah, and like, man, I was rooting for Benfica. I like them. I like the
Yeah,
Portuguese teams. You guys know that.
yeah.
Sure, Ben. We are going to talk about Juve, of course. I How high of a chance? I don't know. You want Monblano numbers like 97.839? But we'll get into it, of course.
Yeah.
So that was the two matches a couple days ago. Yesterday now, I have a feeling you know about the Bayern Munich one.
Yep.
Of course you do.
A little bit, but also just because of the highlights, I didn't watch the.
No, of course you're at the race. I mean, you have an excuse. But that was kind of expected there, right? Bayern 4-2. I mean, Flamengo getting a couple in, making a game of it at least, you know.
Yeah.
And that
No,
was it was Sané's last game.
No, no, his last game will technically will be like however long they stay with it. Like he's there for the Club World Cup. So
So
when
why
they,
did I hear that? Unless people were trolling, maybe that's what it was. It was probably just internet trolls. Never mind.
I think he's there for the whole
That's
Club World Cup.
that's what I thought. All right, so yeah, it was just
That's
people on
the
X.
agreement he found with Galatasaray, because Galatasaray doesn't play there. So I
No,
think the agreement was that he will stay for the whole thing at Bayern, and then will leave like for Turkey after that. Yeah, and also get a bit of a vacation then, because he was also like these players were playing nonstop, man.
no, I know it's nuts.
So yeah.
I mean, if Bayern managed to go a little bit deeper into the Champions League as well, I
No,
mean, but they didn't.
they got knocked out by Inter in the, what was it, quarterfinals?
I believe so.
So
Yeah. So
something
that's.
like
I
that.
mean, they got a bit more of a rest. That was a little bit of a dig.
Yeah.
It was a bad
Yeah,
thing.
a little bit of one, but in the end, like they still played a lot of football, and
Oh, they did.
yeah.
But a team that did go all the way to the finals and won it, Paris Saint-Germain, beating the poster child of basically FIFA, certainly the MLS. Nobody would watch the MLS, but now there's a bunch of children, the grandkids of my neighbors. I saw the kid wearing a Messi shirt. These kids, they're hockey kids. They don't know who Messi is. They don't know what's going on. Everyone's wearing a Messi shirt these days. Well, you know what? MLS is shit,
Congratulations.
and this is. I
Yeah.
mean, it's unfortunate that it was PSG. At least give them a chance and let them face off against a team like Juve or something. But as we can see here, yeah, they ain't got shit. Messi's done.
So, do you think Inter Miami would have had a chance against us?
No, no, I still don't think they would have.
Oh man.
Messi might have
Yeah,
gotten like a free kick that went in because we can't
yeah,
defend free kicks. But
yeah,
other than that,
yeah. No, this Inter Miami team, I'm sorry to say it, but they are trash. They play like trash. They're not a nice to watch team. Their players are, well, honestly, they're good players. Were the old Barca players. Those are old now, so I'm not blaming them. But the rest of the team, even like in comparison to other MLS clubs, like just looks average. For example, I watched a bit of Seattle before I left
Seattle's
for
got a
that
good
one
team.
weekend.
Yeah,
Seattle in comparison to this Inter Miami team, like is a really good team. And yeah, honestly, it was bound to happen that they finally lose and get kicked off of this tournament. Thank you, Porto, for losing that game to them, and
Yeah, just to let us
giving them
have a
the
chance.
chance to be there. And I continue saying it. Thank you for embarrassing us European teams against them. So yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Like it's PSG. It's currently we have to say it because they won the Champions League and won the triple. They're the best team in Europe right now.
Yeah,
You
they
have
are.
to give them that respect right now. Like the Champions League holder, like in my opinion, deserves that. And in addition to that, they won their league, which I guess that's that they have to do that. But won the Coupe de France, I believe the Coupe de France as well.
Sounds right.
So yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Not really a surprise. Not a
Yep.
surprise at
Oh,
all.
and on Jeff's point, yeah, dude, Bayern's front line is elite, but defensively they're bad. And to
Yeah,
concede that many chances, like if you look at the momentum chart and the chances that Flamengo created, they had a 1.6 xG, I believe, which is like crazy in my opinion. Like they have to do something like defensively in this transfer window. Yep.
yeah. I don't think you have to apologize for that draft. I don't know if PSG will destroy them, but
Oh, I
they're
think I
definitely
think
the
they will.
favorites.
But destruction, by the way, can also be a 2-1, 3-1, like depending on
Yeah,
how
it'll
dominant they
be
they play.
it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
In any case, speaking of Champions League, finalists, teams that go in as the favorite, that should be the absolute Goliath, the David. Inter losing 0-2 to Fluminense today. This one I did watch. This is why I'm wearing the Brazilian jersey here. It is a knockoff. I did not pay full price, just for the record. Because I don't care about Brazil that much. I like the fact that two Brazilian teams are in, the fact that South America is at least showing up and taking it
Yeah.
to some of these European teams. Can't say the same for the MLS, nor did I expect to say that. That's here nor
Yep.
there. Fluminense today just they out-entered Inter is essentially what they did today.
Yep.
And it was great to see. You watched this one?
No, I didn't. I hugged my lady when I got back.
I fell
Had
asleep.
to wash my clothes. Yeah, fell asleep for
Fell
for
asleep.
half an
Okay.
hour as well. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 of course. You're still catching up. I mean, not a whole lot to say here other than Inter did not show up in the first half.
yeah.
Luminezzi just getting a quick little one, third minute on a header. It was just kind of a funny ball that they lost track of. Canyo there puts it in. And then, I mean, they just have to play terrible at that point for another 90 minutes. And they did. And Inter, man, they finally woke up. It was 2/3 the way in. They finally was like, okay, guys, like we're down 1-0. We got to do something. We're gonna get eliminated. So they showed up for like 25 minutes and started throwing the ball towards the net and getting close, hitting the woodwork twice, but just couldn't fucking put it in the back of the net. And by all intents and purposes, when you look at the stats, they should have won this game, and they didn't.
It didn't. It
And
happens. But
that's it.
that is what happens when you meet a talented team that is playing on a similar level. Because if you look in the end, like expected goals similar, total shots Inter 16, Fluminense 11, and two big chances like for both of them. So it was like it was a pretty um, yeah, like both had a decent game. It's not like any one of them like played like trash. Like
The output was
Inter,
similar.
yeah, Inter didn't score their chances, but had 68% ball possession. But you can lose a game like that if you play a team that has talent. And Fluminense and Palmeiras have been the Brazilian teams in the recent 2, 3, 4 years that built the most young talents. Like they have exceptional scouting, they have exceptional youth teams and youth systems where they get players in, and if they get them, sell them for a huge amount to the European teams. And Fluminense, if you look at the team, is full of those talents, and not only Brazilians. Like they are buying from everywhere, like from the American, or sorry, from the South American continent, and incorporated into their team. And they built actual nice teams. And don't forget, man, Brazil is like, in my opinion, even though the national team sucks right now, but Brazil, in my opinion, is the heart and soul of football. Like the continent and how they live it. Like it's a religion, honestly, in Brazil.
And Thiago
And
Silva still schooling the kids how to
yes, it's
defend.
crazy. Yeah,
40, almost 41.
yeah, yeah. I know, and these Brazilian teams are very talented. They always fight for their badge, by the way. Like the players actually fight on the pitch and give it everything. Because if not, they will get literally attacked on the streets because that's how intense it is over there. So you don't want to have a bad showing, and so far, honestly, it has been awesome, and I'm happy that we get these performances from them. That's honestly football heritage. Like couple of the biggest Brazilian clubs, all of them played good. Even Botafogo and sorry, I forgot the other one. Who else was there?
Ah,
Oh,
oh
Flamengo,
man,
Flamengo. Oh,
Flamengo. I
Flamengo.
knew
That was
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And even those are really good teams. And honestly, I'm happy that they went to the knockout stages. I'm happy that two will go on. Yeah, I don't mind that, man.
Well,
And
there's
by the
not.
way, the atmosphere is amazing. Like the Brazilian fans are really loud, even though of course the stadiums aren't absolutely filled. But the
Yeah, that
atmosphere
stadium
is
is
so good.
not
They are
filled.
loud. They're still loud. They are singing and everything. Like the Brazilian fans are. I'm happy for them.
But that was telling that some of these matches are filled. Like Chelsea, Benfica,
Yeah,
uh, Inter Fluminense.
yeah,
No, not really.
yeah. Neither will Manchester City Al Hilal be, for example. Real Madrid Juventus is a big game, so if that's
That
not
will.
filled,
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't know.
see. Yeah, we'll see how that one is. Man City, it's it's gonna be a wash by all intents and purposes. Again, like if Man City do not handedly win this game, I don't know what's going on
No,
because it's clear that they're back.
I think it will be closer than you think because
Do you?
Al Hilal is a decent team and they will at least play with honor for their badge. That yeah,
I think it's just a huge overmatch.
it is, but Al Hilal has overperformed. They have played the big teams. They have played them pretty good, man.
Okay, someone
Like
has to put
they
on a tinfoil hat, right? Like an Arab team has to move on. Just like there's
yeah,
like Saudi Arabia is playing in the Gold
right,
Cup, right? It's just you need the
right,
Saudis in there.
right.
The
Yeah,
Public Investment Fund, the PIF, the Saudi
it's a
PIF is
sponsor. It's a
advertised on
sponsor. Yep,
exactly. It's a
yep,
sponsor of this thing.
yep, yep, yep,
I'm throwing the hat on for that one.
yep.
So maybe Man City loses.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go
It's like
that far. I just think it will be a bit closer, maybe a 2-0, 3-1. I don't think it will be like the destruction they have inflicted on us.
it's gonna be oil money versus oil money.
Oh
The
yeah,
source of the oil money.
yeah,
We'll see. We'll see how that turns out. I expect Man
yeah.
City to get like another 5-0 win or something. I don't. I just
That's yeah,
Man City is gonna tear.
okay.
And they've been rotating. That's the thing. They've been
Oh,
rotating their guys.
it's possible, but I just think Al Hilal would give them a fight, or will try at least.
Maybe. I think they're gonna fight at first. It's gonna be like prison where you fight at first, and then you cry a little bit afterwards. Then after a while, you just pull your pants down. You just like get it over with. So after like the first 30 minutes, it's going to be tight, and then one's going to go in, and they're just going to drop their pants.
Yep.
We'll see, though. I mean, just predictions. That's an hour and a half from now.
Honestly, I think I have a free day tomorrow, so maybe I will stay up for this one. Let's see what I do.
One that aligns with Juve from Brazil.
Honestly, I have no idea with connections in between the Brazilian teams and Juventus. Like
Unless
if
you're
you're
going for
looking for
stripes.
if you're looking for a connection, choose Flamengo because Danilo plays there and Alexandro, I believe, both are there, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, Alexandro and Danilo. So if you want a team that is aligned with Juventus, that's the one you need. No, but overall, like if you're looking to support for a team, you have to go watch the teams, like for at least a bit, learn a couple of the players, look for the fan culture if there's something that you like, and if you can identify with one, why not go and support them?
Or you just go for the black and white stripes of Botafogo.
Yeah,
There's also big black and white.
yeah. Like the
Teams.
big teams are Fluminense, Flamengo, Palmeiras. Did I say
Cruzeiro,
Botafogo? And then there are
Bragantino.
like the FC Santos, I believe, which also has like brought big talents, but they're not playing good like not as good anymore. I believe Santos got even relegated like a year
There's
ago.
Santos right there in 15.
Oh, they're still there. Oh, all right, all
But
right.
you have like
Just that
Corinthians, Gremio, these teams that they've been around.
exactly. Gremios, I believe, where Luis Suarez played like
There
the
you
last
go.
years before going to. Yeah.
You want a team like Juventus? Get Juventus.
Oh, you found something, man. Yeah.
Okay, so that's tonight. Rolling into tomorrow. I gotta get where the hell did I go now? Club World Cup. Let's get back to it. We'll save the best for last, but this one I think is actually going to be tight. Dortmund versus Monterrey.
I honestly think Dortmund, on paper, it's a bit tighter than people may think, but I still think Dortmund will find a way because somehow in club competitions they play good, even though they had the bad season until the winter and then had the best record in Germany for the second legs. They changed the coach and then won almost every game in the second half of the season. So they are on good form, man. Like they haven't played like insanely great so far, but they will find a way. I'm not too worried about that.
They should have the edge. But
Yeah.
Monterrey is a very trippy
Yeah.
team.
And how great would it be? No, Bayern will not get past PSG, I believe. But how great would it be like if you had I don't know, a Dortmund and Bayern semifinal, for example?
I'm sure that would be wild, especially in Germany. You
And
have
now
yourself.
and now the chat will trash me. Oh, you don't believe in Juventus and blah blah blah. No, honestly, I don't think that even if we somehow get past Real Madrid, right? I don't think that our team is good enough to put on like consecutive good games. I think we would even lose to Dortmund. Like I don't have confidence in this
That
team.
would be a good game, actually. I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
seeing that,
yeah,
and we will in August, regardless.
yeah, yeah.
I think those are two fairly similarly matched teams.
Yep.
But I don't know. I kind of want to see Monterrey go through. I've watched them a little bit just through, MLS cups and whatever stupid crossover events that they've done. MLS trying to be relevant. Yeah, just Mexico. Like
Yeah.
on a
And
good old
the
Mexican.
Mexican teams are as well. Like those are also like fighting clubs, man.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
they don't go down easy. I just think like Dortmund has maybe a bit of a better quality to some to get through.
Overall,
That's
probably.
yeah.
But it'll be close. Maybe go into extra penalties. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment we've all been waiting for, or not waiting for, depending how we're looking at this one. Real Madrid versus Juve, probably the biggest in terms of like the collective teams together. This is probably the biggest match in this round.
I think it may be one of the biggest matches overall so far.
Yeah, I mean City and Juve similar. We have two giants back to back.
And PSG Atletico, but I think like just by
Yeah,
the names, this is the biggest match so far in the whole damn tournament.
could be.
In terms of the names.
Oh, look, FOT mob rating. Garcia and Yildiz both at 7.99.
Yeah,
Could be. Could be
just one of them is playing his first tournament.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how about this matchup? Arda Güler versus Kenan Yildiz. We have the Turkish Star Boys going off against each other.
And Huysen finally, after all, meets Juventus.
Huysen finally does meet us again now as a Madrid player. This could be interesting in the fact that he has to have a solid defensive game, doesn't he? To kind of and Chouameni's in the back now.
Chouameni
Is that recent?
always
Was
not.
I thought he played further up.
No, he did, but he is an exceptionally physical player. So if they have a lack of center backs, they use him there sometimes.
Okay, so he's
Valverde sometimes is filling in at fullback, for example, if they have like a couple of injuries there.
okay. So there you go. You
Their,
have
their pairs are versatile. Yeah.
let's who do they have for injuries? Carvajal, Militao, Camavinga, Alaba, Mendy, and Endrick. Those are actually some pretty big names. Not
Yeah.
having your squad right now.
Now the thing is, Carvajal and Militao have been missing like a lot of games, anyways.
Yeah, Cruciate.
Camavinga was decently fit this season, but I think right at the end there sustained an injury. Alaba also at his age and has become injury prone.
He's been like that for a while, hasn't he? At
And
least
Endrick like didn't play a lot of games anyways, and Ferland Mondi, I honestly, whenever watched Real play, it was Fran Garcia playing on the left side. So I don't know how impactful Ferland Mondi was anyway. So in terms of names, yeah, they are big games, but they have been missing for a while as well. So it's not a big sudden loss of players.
no, it's not sudden, but there's still. I mean, if you look at ours now, we're not really used to this. It just says Cabal.
Yep.
Now we know that's not 100% true. Like Gotti's going to be playing with an injury. As man, I hate when they do this. Like Savona can't even play. He's out.
No, and also the lineup predictions from FODMAP have been absolute trash.
Yeah,
Like
these aren't
this whole tournament. But it's difficult to know who plays, man, because the tournament is so weird. You play on weird weather. You don't know how exhausted a couple of the players are. Like it's so difficult to make a proposed lineup.
And that's actually a good point, the hot, humid weather that the South Americans are used to as compared to the Europeans.
Yeah.
Could be a factor. Like,
Especially in Miami.
oh, yeah. Orlando, Miami, brutal. Even Carolina.
Yeah.
They were not playing in the most friendly places this time of year. They're quite hot and humid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is two teams. Madrid probably has it warmer than Juve. They're probably more used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the two European teams, when they cry that it's 30 degrees out and everyone has to go indoors. But okay, let's look at it. You got Garcia and Vinicius up top. If we're going to look at these lineups, you got Trent, Bellingham, Valverde, Güler, Garcia. There's some pretty good names still, you know?
Yeah.
Rudiger, Chouameni, and Huysen.
Yeah.
They should beat us.
Look, the thing on this game is I think you can score on Real Madrid. I think you actually can score.
Mhm.
Because they still have they're not the greatest team defensively, like in the last few years. And now with this lineup adding Trent into this team doesn't help you defensively.
No.
Huijsen defensively is up and down still, but he will help them like offensive contribution wise. But defensively, I know, man, you can score on Real Madrid. The
Mhm.
question is whether we are able to not concede 3-4 goals
Or 5.
or 5. Yeah,
Because I mean 5-2. We got 2 on City.
yeah. If we can keep them around 1 or 2 goals or whatever, there's a chance. But I don't know if we can, man. I mean, look at that proposed lineup again. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
it's
let's
not
look at
and it's not like we have players sitting on the bench that Tudor will play. Rugani.
okay. I mean we got into that last week. We don't need to beat that horse.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. People are getting froze out. Let's look at how it will actually look here. Savoni, you're taking
Even
out.
Kostic played.
Yeah, Kostic ain't playing again. Maybe off the bench. I don't know. You can't play Kostic.
No.
No, you can play Kostic against a team that starts with Al, but you can't
Yeah.
play Kostic against Man
No.
City or Real Madrid.
No.
So what we're likely going to have is Kelly, Gatti, Kalulu, Ambiaso. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting. So apparently Costa is out and McKennie is going to slide off into the right wing back. That would leave then, I'm going to say, Thuram and Coop
Mhm.
with Yildiz, Conceição, and Colo, as it is.
Mhm.
I mean, the only real
I
question is who takes that other midfield spot.
I don't think I have a disagreement with you there. I think you're pretty much spot on.
Anyway, what else could you possibly do, right? It doesn't even show the lineup. Damn you, Fop Mob.
Yeah.
Weah's not going to get a look. Nor is
Ah.
Rudigani.
Let's see if we reintegrate Weah in the team now that the plans of selling him are off. Similar to McKennie when we tried to sell him, nobody wanted him, and then
Yeah.
integrated him back into the team.
Yeah, we did that 3
I,
times.
I have, yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man.
So Dougie then. Do you put Dougie back in? Because you can
But
certainly
but
put
will
Dougie with
they?
Thuram.
But will they? I would.
I would.
I would.
I mean, you paid for him. You gotta
Might as well use him, but
you
we
gotta
don't
you
use.
gotta might as well. That's
But Dave,
exactly
but
the
Dave,
type of guy you want.
we don't use players we paid for.
No, it's
So
insane. I mean, you need a creative midfielder. Sure, Dougie's had a hard time. He's had injuries, whatever his excuses have been, whatever. Like, put him in, damn it. At least off the bench, put him in. Because you're gonna put Coop in there, and he's gonna get fucking cooked. Because he runs quicker than a fucking tortoise, and that's about it.
well, at least Cope acknowledged in an interview. Well, yeah, first season didn't go as I anticipated. Thank you for your patience. I will fight for the club and do whatever I can. So hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, you start running, bro. Like you got to
yeah,
start doing sprints.
yeah,
You're fucking
yeah.
slow.
Honestly, dude, that our backline is so trash. Like no matter who plays, like it's
Oh, it's
so
gonna
bad.
be bad. See who else that we can possibly put in. So Costa maybe off the bench. Weah. No to Gonzalez, to DeCilio. Like we didn't we haven't even seen DeCilio.
Even
Jallo.
Bremer?
Bremer is not. I don't think we're gonna see him.
Just don't play him, man. Don't risk anything, especially in that humidity. If you demand like a lot of him, oh man, I don't know. Just just leave it there, man.
I mean,
Just
maybe if there is an injury on the defensive line, who do you put in at that point? Rugani?
I have no idea. Turn Locatelli into a center back.
Okay, and then you have to play Douglas Luiz. You put fuck, you know?
Yeah.
You got to
That's
play
the way,
these
right?
guys.
Yeah. But we never do, man. We don't use our full squad. Number one, our full squad is average. That's the problem. And then even then we never make the full subs. We man, I have no idea. Like we desperately have to up the quality of our team. And it's crazy. Like how long are we saying, oh, we don't have anyone off the bench? Like how long are we saying that?
But we do. They're not the greatest options, but you have them. They're there.
Yeah.
You just got to use them.
Yeah.
I mean, who is Tudor at this point to start making demands about players when you have perfectly serviceable dudes that you would think would actually be Tudor type of guys? Like, I know it's just a picture, but I saw when Rugani came back to the club, Tudor put
Honestly,
his arms around him. Like, fucking use him.
honestly, I think it is a case of a bit younger coaches because in the end Tudor is a bit younger than Max, for example. Like I think the younger coaches like don't want the old, like in quotes, washed up names, right? Like De Sciglio, Rugani, those names of older-ish players that have been serviceable, like are not exciting anymore, I guess. Like
Well, then
these
what's
days
Kostic? You play
for those
Kostic.
guys.
He's 31.
Yeah.
You know
Man,
he's old to walk out.
I have no idea, man. I don't understand why for a tournament like this you don't use your full squad. Like give everybody like time for something. I get hey, but honestly, at least Starboy is shining. Like he is out there on the map raising his value. So
Yeah.
at least something exciting.
Here's my prediction. Is that maybe not because Guler plays for Real, so he's always going to be overvalued.
Yeah.
So in this year's FC 25, Guler is way better than Yildiz.
Yeah.
My prediction for FC 26 is they're going to be like a lot more similar. Guler would still be higher just because he plays for Real, and I mean that's just how they market that
I
shit.
I think hold up, let me pull up their rankings from the last time because I think Güler will get a downgrade because he didn't play a lot.
No, he didn't.
He didn't
He's
play
kind of fell off the radar a little bit.
last season. And I think Yildiz will finally break the 80s at least because he was 70 something.
He was 72.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts what they gave him.
Oh, he was at the end there after all the upgrades and all of that. He was a 76.
Okay, so they gave him a boost mid-season. Still 76. That's
And Güler was a 79. So yeah, both Yildiz might be a 78, Güler 79, or Güler will break the 80s maybe, and then Yildiz 78, 79.
it's the potential as well.
But yeah, they will be close. I think I agree.
But
With you.
anyways, I mean, this is fucking FC. We're talking about video games. Just
We
in general,
we
like the world is noticing.
Yeah. By the way, it's reported that Juventus won't even be in the next AFC. It will be Piemonte Calcio again, according to the report.
That would be silly. But
We
anyways,
had
you know what
great
else?
two-season run on the
You know what
AFC.
else is silly? This is silly. Juventus has announced a further injection of. Okay, this wasn't the one I actually thought. But let's talk about it anyways. Juve has announced a further injection of cash by Exor, a second payment for a capital increase for a total amount of 15 million euro.
Well, there's the salary for Jadon Sancho.
Or David.
Or David.
That's 15 million is basically how much it's going to cost to pay the agent fees and get David. Is it happening? I don't know. Sancho can go fuck himself. I don't care about that one. No, the one I was when I saw Elkin's face, I just assumed. So reports that Alkin has put on the table an extra $1 million if Juve beat Real Madrid. So about 30,000 euros, not dollars. Yeah, 30 grand per player if they beat Real Madrid.
Look,
For one, like what's 30 grand except maybe to pay off Fidjoli's debts that he borrowed from Gatti. Other than that, I mean,
look,
Dusan jerks that off every game.
look. If the players cared about that, they would have performed better during the season because all of them have bonuses in their contract, and yet everybody played like trash. So does it even matter? By the way, I'm sure Real Madrid gets or put those bonuses on the table as well, because like I know I saw like a couple of minutes before we started the stream. I was in Discord. By the way, people, please stay respectful in Discord. Today was a bit of a shit show from everybody there, so please behave, guys. We are all adults here, so be respectful to each other, man. And yeah, like reading, there was a bit of a debate about the bonuses that Alcan reportedly promised to the team, and I don't think it's as much of a bad look as people think. It's just that it has become public. God knows why. Because you always get those bonuses. You get bonuses if you go through on World Club rounds. You get bonuses on goals scored in World Clubs. Like that is what players get from their national teams as well, like some types of tournaments like that. So I'm not surprised to see it on the club level as well, and I'm 100% sure other clubs are doing it as well. It's just it has become public, so I don't think it is a I know such a bad thing as everybody makes it. But in the end, it's just 30K. Like it will not change their lives. So I don't think it will impact the performance. That
No.
is well
It just it's kind of a bad look, really, is what it is. Like how petty. It's not like this is Monza getting promised hookers.
yeah,
I
but
mean, that's
if it's 1 million for the staff, like, do you think the players care about the staff? Some of them do, but do you think Vlahovic cares about the linesmen?
yeah. So
Sorry,
I mean,
greenkeepers.
Kudo Sport. That's the source. Is each player will get 30,000.
Yeah, I
So
don't know.
yeah, however that's divvied up, I don't know. That the fact of the matter is, however that is divvied, it just looks cheap, cheesy.
Yeah.
I know if Dash was here, he'd be like, "Man, it's ridiculous." He's
No,
not
it's
even showing up, the motherfucker.
yeah. No, in the grand scheme of things, like it doesn't mean anything because it's not a life. If it had been a bigger amount of money, maybe it would have changed something in the players' attitude on the pitch. But they will not move a finger more or less for 30K. But overall, it's not a bad thing because like every club is doing that, every national team is doing that to give incentives to the players to, I don't know, maybe get that one last percentage. So yeah, that's the stuff that happens in football, man. Like give up the romantic picture of football you have where the players are fighting for the badge. No, man, they get shit ton of bonuses to actually do their job and do it impactful. So
Unless they're
this
Fluminense.
is what's happening.
Unless they're
Unless
from
they're
Brazil.
exactly because
Oh man.
poor guys will get murdered on the streets if they play like shit.
This is yeah. I mean, maybe that's what we need. We need to get the ultras to go back to their roots back in the 70s. You know,
Oh,
a little
that's what
more.
football. That's what football needs, right?
Yeah, just more mafia connections. Oh boy,
Just when we thought we passed that stage.
no, we got to bring it back. Just like how they hand out sunscreen at F1 races now. Not like the 70s.
Yep.
I don't even know if there's anybody from the 70s hanging out around here. I don't think there's anybody
Oh, sorry.
quite that old.
90s good. 90s
Maybe
good.
one or two. Yeah. Oh shit! Talking about back in the day, none of us were even born. But I mean, we've all seen it happen. All right, that covers the round of 16. What has happened, what is to come. Now we're away from that Man City LHL game, so see how that goes. Is there anything else you wanted to cover there, Dave?
We'll do watch along tomorrow. How are you scheduling
Oh
wise?
yeah, I already have the thumbnail made. It's
Ooh.
fucking Canada
Oh,
Day tomorrow, man. It's my nation's
ooh.
birthday. It's a day
Oh,
off. I ain't
nice.
doing
It's a
shit.
day off. Hey, I have a day off tomorrow as well, so I will be there
Dude,
with you.
awesome. All right. So 3 Eastern, that is 9 p.m. Central European time. We will be here.
Otherwise, guys, like, subscribe. If you would help us to break into the algorithm of F1 as well, it would be helpful if you go through our shorts. Um, Watching them, they're not long shorts, but it would help overall in how they get shared on, like, for other people as well out there. So if you wanna help us out a bit, guys, watch the F1 shorts as well.
They're great. I like how, at least I watched them, how they came out, how you watched it. It was F3, F2,
Yeah.
F1, and how you saw it come quicker each time around. And then you
Dude,
had the Porsche one.
it's crazy, right? It's
Mhm.
crazy, like, to watch the difference. I sent the F3 cars, like, into the family group channel in WhatsApp, and my sister was, "Oh, I guess F1 cars aren't that fast overall." And then I sent the next one, "Oh, they get quicker now." And then I sent them the Porsche Super Cup cars because it's a fucking Porsche. It's a fucking, like, quick car, right?
Yeah.
And then to see in comparison how slow that Porsche is, and then see how much quicker a goddamn, like, F3 car is. Like, the difference is insane. And by the way, it's crazy how the Porsche in terms of size, like, looks like a toy car. Like, compared to even the F3 cars are huge, like, in
Oh,
comparison to
really?
the Pro
That's interesting too.
and it's a Porsche 911, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
those are
looks
very
like
big cars though.
yeah, and it looks like a toy car next to the F3 and F2 cars. And yeah, do the Formula One cars look like giants? I was standing like they had the F1 show car, you know, that they built like at the start of the 2022 regulations,
Yeah.
and it is like it was a true to size model. Those things are huge. It's crazy.
Well, I guess we all have to go and watch the race wherever we are in the world. I still have to hit Montreal. That's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah, man.
But until then,
It's worth it, honestly. It's worth it. You will have a nice full weekend of action, and like I said, dude, even there's a lot of stuff to do even off track. So
oh, I know. I can't wait.
it
One
is
day.
fun. It's fun.
If I can't get World Cup tickets next year for whatever reason, I'm gonna go cry in Montreal at an F1 race instead.
Yeah, the my only thing is I think um it has become an addiction now that I saw it once, and I will do that every season now. So
Why not?
we
Uh,
already thought because the tickets for the Austrian Grand Prix next year, the yeah, they started to sell them today. So
but
let's see if I
what?
do
But
it
don't
next
do
year.
Austria again, man. Like you're so
No, no,
close.
no, no.
Go to Netherlands,
Yeah, yeah,
Belgium.
no. We want to do other tracks as well. We thought of doing next year the Netherlands because it's the last time we have it
Yeah,
on the calendar, and after that, I think it will be interchangeable with a couple of
Imola,
other races
I
on a
believe.
year-to-year basis. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I
Um.
think
s-
it's Imola and the Zandvoort that are going to be swapping out.
Yeah. Yeah, because of the Madrid track. Whoever needed that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
No, but we thought about doing the Dutch GP next year. So.
Yeah, that would be good, and it's a big party as well because they're Dutch, and it's just going to be
Yeah.
Euro trash booming away in the night.
Yeah. Like for me, geographically, it's similar-ish to Austria, so I don't
Yeah,
mind.
either any of it, even if you took like a Ryanair flight into something, like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
anything crazy.
Oh, one last good thing I don't know if I mentioned it. Dude, the camaraderie in between the F1 fans is incredible. Like there was the Max Verstappen grandstand, which
Yeah.
funny enough, after he had the crash with Antonelli in the first lap, emptied like really quickly. But everywhere else on the track, everybody stayed. Everybody was cheering the other drivers. When, for example, Carlos Sainz was finally able to get
When he
away
stopped
from his
break fire there.
starting grid spot, people started cheering him, right? And then he did his one in lap, went into the pits, and we cheered him because we thought, hey, he finally can start the race from the pit lane, and then his car all of a sudden burned down to a crisp. No, but and everybody was cheering for everybody, man. Like even for Antonelli when he, for example, went into the paddock, they showed it on the screen when he arrived back into the paddock, and then even he was getting applause, even from Max fans, like on our grandstand. Like they cheer for everybody. It's not like big rivalries on the grandstands. The fans are there for each other, giving each other earplugs, landing deodorant, sunscreen.
Unless you're a Stroll fan, then everyone hates you.
There needs to be Strolls fans for that, right?
Yeah, that one guy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but overall, like their fun community is a nice community, man. Like it's the live community that is there on the track is not the community you see on social media that is fighting, debating, and being toxic. Like there on the track, it's awesome.
You mean real life isn't like the internet?
Yeah. Get out there, man. Touch
Who would
some
have thought?
grass. Touch some grass. Get out there. Yeah. It's fun, man.
And for you
If if you're
hockey,
if you're an F1 fan, you have to do it. Like at least once in your lifetime to see how it is in life. It's awesome, man.
and for those hockey fans, this just came in. This is big news for Toronto people. I know there's a couple Toronto guys out there. Vincenzo, Mitch Marner traded to the Vegas Knights. End of an era. Too bad, Mitch boy. But he cost too much money. See what happens? You ask for too much, you get the fuck out. Take notes, Vlahovic.
What is it in football terms?
That's just a trade. Instead of just like paying for the player, you trade because it's all salary cap. So just like the NFL, right? It's just a trade.
Oh yeah. No, in terms of the name of the player, like is it a huge?
Oh,
Because you
big.
said
Okay.
an
In
error.
terms of that, that's like that would be like a Gyökeres, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Big money. Big money move.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I just thought I threw it in because everyone knows I'm a big Toronto fan. What's the free? I don't know. I have to look at the deal. It just came up. They dealt him to the Golden Knights, so I gotta see. I gotta see more. I don't know. I know he was becoming a free agent. More tomorrow. How about that? I'm gonna find out more because this is just like coming out my news feed right away here. Since basically starting the show, so we won't dwell on that. Just over an hour, trying to keep this one a little tighter this week, and we should have a good long watch along tomorrow. Hopefully,
And I need some sleep today, man.
and some sleep. All right, let's put you to bed. Let's.
Dude, I had 2 nights where I slept only an hour, man.
Oh,
Because
shit.
it was so fucking hot. We couldn't even sleep. Like barely sleep at the Airbnb, man. Like I had 2 days where I slept 4, 5 hours, and 2 nights where I only slept an hour, man. I'm dead.
Well, on that note, let's play the nice soft music. Let's roll you out of here, guys. Subscribe. All the socials, Discord, everything's down in the description. Hit it up. Thank you for joining and watching tomorrow, starting about 10-15 minutes before the match. Me and Dave are going to be there. Fuck Dash wherever you are. He's going to be working.
And yeah, guys, share the channel with F1 people, please, because
And
I will for the next weeks post F1 shots because I have so many. So yeah, please push them. Would be nice if you help us out.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.